Important question. What is the number one smexiest language in the world? Well, I think without a shadow of a doubt, it is Brazil. Did you call me? What? Smexiest language on the planet. That is me. As I was saying, I think that the title of smexiest language in the world should go to the underappreciated Brazilian Portuguese. No, I'm sorry. I was just joking. I'm just joking, guys. The smexiest language is obviously Russian Sukuna.
Расширение территории.
So, I'm bilingual. I speak 3 languages. Portuguese and Japanese I kind of learned at the same time because I grew up and lived in Japan for like 7 years while I spoke Portuguese at home with my family. And many years later on, I learned English after coming back to Brazil. So bilingual problems. By far the most common question every bilingual person gets is say something in blank language. I swear to God, when I got back to Brazil at some point, every kid in the class would ask me to say something in Japanese. So I had one of these 3 responses. 1, reply honestly, something in Japanese. But I eventually got really bored of this option because people would keep asking me to say weird stuff like I'm Google Translator. I'm not here to take orders. Then second option came in, which was to completely deny that I could even speak Japanese. Because honestly, I was kind of an introvert and I just wanted to be left alone. And I really wanted to avoid conversation. Hey, say something in Japanese. I can't speak Japanese. But I heard you lived in Japan for 7 years. Shh. No, I did not. I'm nothing but a fragment of your imagination. Leave me alone. Or option 3, which would be to troll. It was the best option. And not only in Brazil, I did that in Japan too. Because my friends were sometimes curious on how to say stuff in Portuguese, because it is a very different language to them. So I always took the opportunity to teach them how to say really dumb stuff without them knowing. ねえねえ、ジュナ、ポルトガル語で何か言って。まだ？お願い。わかった。Eu, sou, palhaço. Palhaço? Palhaço. Palhaço! Eu sou palhaço. Eu sou palhaço! I had the time of my life. Sorry, I always laughed at it every single time and they just looked at me confused. But soon enough, my mom found out that I was messing up with my friends and she really scolded me for making them saying that they are a clown. I honestly can't see what's wrong with it though. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of find it annoying when people keep asking me to say stuff in a foreign language. But to be completely fair, whenever I meet someone and I see that they speak a foreign language to me, I'll also be curious and ask them to speak in the language, which I guess just makes me into a shameless hypocrite. But hey, isn't that just the beauty of life? What the hell are you saying? As a bilingual, I do sometimes switch languages, and English is my 3rd language, and I use it a lot for YouTube videos, but not much outside of it. I don't have anyone to talk to in English, so sometimes when I'm alone, I try to talk to myself in English, and if I'm watching something on YouTube or TV, I always make sure that I'm watching something in English. Otherwise, I'm not gonna use it, forget how to speak it, waste all those years I took to learn the language, get kicked out from my parents' house for wasting their money, and become a YouTuber and perish. That's horrible! And sometimes in that process of me watching TV in English so that I practice more, I get so many people annoyed, especially my parents because they don't speak a word of English. And when I'm watching something with them and I see that they're kind of falling asleep, I take the opportunity and change the language from Portuguese to English. And then my mom always wake up like, turn it back to Portuguese! And I reply, mas você tava dormindo! Eu tô ouvindo a TV, então bota de volta em português! And then 4 seconds later, she's literally snoring, but she won't let me turn it back to English. How the hell am I supposed to practice then? Huh? Mom! One last bonus bilingual problem. So one time I was visiting Japan after being away for a couple years, because I was sure that Japan really missed me. And I was talking to this lady at a tea factory. Just don't worry about how I got there. And I look half Japanese, but to Japanese people, I am 100% foreign. So I told her I grew up in Japan, and after being back to Brazil, I continue watching some stuff in Japanese, like anime and stuff, so that I wouldn't forget the language. Because you only forget it if you're not using it. And then she was like, "Wow, that's very impressive." And then her coworker comes in, and this woman turns to him and say, "ねえねえ、この子アニメで日本語を習ったんだって?" And then her coworker goes like, 本当ですか? And I'm just like, that's not what I said. I said that I watched anime to not forget Japanese. Not that I learned with it. Had I learned Japanese with anime, all I would be able to say would be, やめてください. Baka, kusoyoro, and Oni-chan. Alright, we had a full-on conversation in Japanese, and she thought I learned it all through anime. What the hell? And I was going to explain to her, but I was like, forget it. That's not worth it. The Japanese can't fathom foreigners speaking Japanese. I can't, bro. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope that you liked it. And if you have any questions or suggestions for videos, comment down below. Subscribe to my channel and like and comment. Thank you. Bye!